Hello friends, I'm Sudube Mokri. I am here today because I would love to talk about a very important topic about self-doubt, how to overcome fears and the thoughts and feelings of not good enough. Speaking about myself and how I was able to overcome these thoughts and beliefs. I grew up in Iran in a family that was very strict. My mom was a teacher and she was very firm about what she was expecting of us. So I perceived growing up that I wasn't good enough. I wasn't significant. I didn't belong. One of the reason was that I looked at myself and I was short. And everybody in my family, they were tall. According to my thoughts and my beliefs and my opinion, they were gorgeous, they were important, they were significant. It really didn't help when my mom used to tell me, like, do something. And do what, Mom? Jump. Like, really? Play basketball. She even thought about having me to get the injections for growth hormone so I can grow taller. So you can imagine, for me, growing up as a little girl felt so insecure in my own skin. I grew up feeling my opinion didn't matter, so I kept quiet to myself. I was shy. I am an introvert. I know that some people don't believe it these days, but I am an introvert. But I was very shy, very quiet. I had a very low self-esteem, didn't think that much of myself. Because I believed that I didn't look good, I began putting all of my focus in my studying so I can be a good student. My whole purpose was to make my mom feels that I am proud of you. I want to make her happy, to say I was good. I was constantly asking for that outside voice to confirm that I was good enough. Fast forward many years, coming to America about 29 years ago, and joining my husband after 3 years. We were married for 7 years before that. We had 2 kids together. Because we both were activists, he had to escape because his life was in danger. And it took 3 years for me to finally join him. I have the whole story in my book, Angel Nightingale. I am not going to bore you with that because I have a different reason for this video. So when I came here, I shortly found out that there was no marriage. He was having another relationship, and shortly I was left alone with 2 kids. I didn't have any money, I didn't have any resources, no friends, no family, and I couldn't even speak English. So the love that I had for my kids and the faith that I had that something better has to come out, because I already attempted suicide to take my life, and I failed on that. So I was rock bottom. There was no way then figuring out what to do. I knew that going back to Iran was completely out of question. When I was 19 years old, I was in a peaceful demonstration and protest again, fighting for freedom and democracy after the revolution took place in 1979. I was 19 years old when I was captured, I was tortured, I was beaten into a coma, and a week later, after I woke up from that, I knew that there was something else. There's another plan for me. Deep inside, not mentally, and I wasn't aware of it consciously. So when I came here and I saw myself that I had nothing, I said, well, I'm going to do something about it. I was a nurse when I was in Iran. So I remember one day very vividly, I was sitting on a couch, and my husband at the time is one of our quarrels and fights and argument, and he sat right in front of me on the coffee table. And I was watching, I think, one of those soap operas on TV, and I said, see, the story was about a doctor and a nurses and a patients and all of those things. So I said, see, I'm gonna go to school, I'm gonna be a nurse, I'm gonna have a good life. And he adjusted his glasses and looked at me and like, really? I said, yes. He said, well, the closest that you can get to working in a hospital is to cleaning the toilets. I remember it. And I remember that words, that statement, every day that I faced the challenge going to nursing school. So I decided, I said, okay, do you think going to school is really tough? He said, well, yeah, you can't even speak English. You're very ambitious, huh? I said, well, I can learn. I will do that. So having that feelings and that thought in my mind, I went after a year. I went and talked with the dean of nursing program. And I said, this is my situation. I'm here. I came here to get my life together, moving on with my husband. And I have two small kids. I had a 4-year-old daughter and a 7-year-old son. I said, I need help. And she said, what do you want me to do? I said, this is my situation. I don't have any money. I don't have any family. I don't have time to sit down and leisurely go to school and take the little prerequisite classes and wait for you to tell me I'm in. I am a nurse. I was a nurse in Iran. I have 10 years background. The nursing and doing those things, the practice is piece of cake for me. I just need to be able to learn and pass the board exam so I can start working. I don't have time to lose. I don't have anything. She listened to me. I remember her and said, you know that nursing is very difficult. Lots of people that they are speaking English. English is their native language, dropping out. How can you do that? You don't have even your prerequisite. I said, I take all of them together. She said, you're going to take the nursing school, it is 8 credit, but it is equal to 20 credits on other stuff. This is really a complicated thing that you are trying to do. I said, I can do it. I said, you gave me the chance. I will take the nursing requirement, going to the program, and I will take the prerequisites on the top of that. She looked at me and like, who are you? I said, I don't have any choice. You gotta help me. I need to take care of 2 little kids. I don't care about my life, but they are important to me. I have to do this. So she said, okay. I got a lot of backlashes. You can imagine from the some of the classmates that we entered the same program and like, I'm still taking my prerequisite. How did you get in? I said, I don't know. I just got in. This is the question. I cannot answer this question for you. Make the long story short, I was able to finish what I promised in 1.5 years. I finished 3 years in 1.5 years. Yes, I did. Because I believed in myself at that moment, and I have no idea to this day how the thought of going and talking to the dean of the nursing program, I don't remember where did that come from, But I guess I was young and I was bold and I didn't have any choices. I had to do something. So my point of sharing this story, one is I was born and I came to this country. The reason my life was saved after being tortured and in coma, the reason that my life was saved experiencing 8 years of war, and all the challenges and struggles that I face is to be here today at this moment, to be an inspiration, to tell people to believe in yourself. You may grow up in an environment that you were constantly told that you're not good enough. That was the lies that you heard and you believed. I am here to tell you that it is possible. 20 plus years ago, I couldn't even speak English. Now I am sitting here in front of a phone and camera and I'm talking to myself. That's how it feels when you're looking at the camera, because I want to help you. And for those of you that you're watching this video and you're listening to me, and if there is any part of this story resonate with you, could you please share this? I'm not asking for any money. I'm not asking for any favor. My job, my passion, my life purpose, and what the God, universe, whatever that you believe in, brought me here at this moment today to tell people that believe in yourself. Overcoming the self-doubt, overcoming your fears, there is only one reason and one way that you can overcome is to just take action. Believe that it is possible. I didn't believe in myself, but I was in the circumstance and in the place that I had to. I had no other choices. I cried myself to sleep sometimes. I grieved, but I woke up the next day. I said, breathe and go. I stayed till 2 o'clock in the morning, studied. I remember one night my son came going to the bathroom and he said, Mom. I said, what's honey? He said, it's too late. You need to go to sleep. He was always worried about me. He still is. And I said, you go to the bathroom, sweetie. I'm behind you. My children remember how hard I worked to get here. And I inspired them to do the best they can be. I told them, I said, you don't have to go to college. You don't have to go get degrees of any sort. Just do what you're passionate about. Do what makes you happy. 2 years ago, I finished a book, Angel Nightingale. I was so excited about it. I started networking, speaking, posting video, and bam, came a person that I had no idea. He didn't know me. I didn't know him. And he posted like a racist comment. Go back to your country. I hope you die. I wish you could die. So many stuff that was irrelevant. But my mind, coming from a place that I was tortured and I was beaten to a coma, it stopped me from going and talking and promoting my book. Because my book is not about making money. My book is about encouraging people, inspiring people, that if I could, if me, this little person, was able to learn to speak English and write a book. I wrote a book in English. That is not my native language. I am proud of myself, but I want to tell you that you can do it too. If you have a dream, but you don't believe that you are worthy enough or you are good enough or you can do it, the only way that you can achieve your goals is just to take a step. It's not easy for me to sit in front of my phone and talk to myself. I think about it. I review it and I look like, oh, I said too much I said too much and, I did this. But it doesn't matter because I have a message and I am perfect with all the imperfection as a human being. I'm trying to be transparent. I'm trying to be authentic as I can. So my message, maybe I'm not a good speaker, maybe I'm not at the top yet, but I'm going there. And I'm gonna take every opportunity that